Welcome everyone to the ECS North American Playoffs. Yes, this first night of the North American Playoffs. Don't forget, when we do get through all of this, we do have our LAN finals on June 25th and 26th. Over $3 million on the line in 2016. It's going to be incredible, and we'll talk about how to get tickets on that. Henry, you joined me this evening.
I do.
How are you?
I'm all right. Fresh from Ukraine, but feeling good, ready for some NACS. Although there's been some interesting games already played tonight.
There has been a few games played tonight to start off our lovely playoff campaign, as we did say. So I've got them here. I've got the results. I had to write them down because my mind doesn't work that sharply this late in the evening. But HenryG was beaten by Optic 2-0. TSM took down Caliber with the same score, and CLG and Optic went 3 maps. So that's pretty impressive for Optic. I mean, this seems to be like the hot commodity right now of North American Counter-Strike. This is a team that no one really expected much from. They had the whole way back in January, the E-League showdown in Vegas, made it into the league. No one was really sure how that was going to go. They had some poor results after that, and now they're rolling right now. Like the last month, they've been sick.
Pro League, we saw them there. Like, they didn't make it to like the finals, but they didn't make it to the final event as in London, right? But they took down Astralis. And they've been playing pretty insane recently. That's kind of very impressive for me to see. Like, same for TSM. These two teams, like, everyone wrote off completely, I think, like when they first announced their lineups. And now it seems like they're actually prolific in terms of NACS, and they're actually biting the heels of some of the bigger names, as in CLG and Cloud9. Yeah,
that's the huge thing for me. As mentioned, the LAN final does come up in Wembley in June. You can head over to csleague.com. I believe it's wembley.csgoleague.com. Sorry, CSGO League. Obviously, we are playing Global Offensive.com, and you can get tickets for that. But yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about this matchup. So based on those previous scores, we do have a match coming up. The Score Esports Breakdown with HenryG and Sadokist right now. All right, so Henry, based on those results, there's no.
Okay.
I can't really carry it over because it just has to go back to us. Okay. I was hyping it up, but we're now left with TSM playing CLG.
Well, the thing about CLG is recently, obviously, Fugly's left the team now. And I think tonight, actually, it's going to be Pita replacing him. From what I can see right now on the server, that's what seems to be happening. He's obviously the coach. So in terms of what we can actually build up in terms of how CLG been playing recently, it's very difficult to kind of quantify that into going into this game, right? Like I said, TSM, I think on the ascendance right now, I see that SEMPHIS has had some really well, they've been doing a lot of hard work, right? But we'll see whether he can actually step up. Obviously, they've had the recent news that Twists can't play in E-League.
That's a big point.
So that's going to be interesting to see what actually happens there. Do they keep Twists in the lineup? Do they actually...
It's super unfortunate. We do have the vetoes up. So Dust2 and Inferno banned out. CLG's on the top, so CLG had first ban. Cash pick, that's where we'll start. We then move to Cobblestone if required. Or sorry, Cobblestone second, and then if required, it looks like from this distance away from the monitor.
Train's last.
Train.
Yeah.
And why can I never tell what the train picture is?
I don't know. But yeah, I was just highlighting some interesting storylines that have kind of only come to light in the last couple of weeks, really. Like especially the Fugly one of CLG. I'm not really sure what's going on there. We don't know. Obviously, Pita was a top CS player at 1.6 and did play CSGO in a few teams. He kind of dipped in and out. But it looks like we're actually getting straight into the game. So a breakdown must be continued as we get into cash here. It's going to be CLG side on the CT side, TSM on the T. I actually favour TSM going into this more than that, just because of that fact alone. The coach coming in, obviously, it's similar to like Threat playing for NIP. He will know all the strategies, but will he be able to live up to the same calibre? Is what we've seen. But here we go, the initial exchange coming in. So then going to be challenge from the connection though. The players towards there. Pita is the first one to drop. He's the coach, and now it's a 5-4.
Yeah, this is an interesting point. We'll come back to it more as the evening goes on. Good pickup, though, from JDM and Cutler, each finding a kill. Hazed is going to do the same. And this is going to now go back to at least autimatic. It's down to 3 versus 2. Bomb dropped inside of the site, though. They're both limited to checkers. Good shot again from JDM, and that's going to hold off one further. But FNS, as the former CLG player, let's not forget, he's going to at least grab the bomb back, but there it is. Cutler to close it out in from the top as Tarik did the initial damage onto him. It's going to go 1-0 for the wave CLG.
Yeah, after losing the first couple of frags here. It's CLG to recover. TSM going for that B split, doesn't really work out for them. And looks like they'll be forcing the second as well. No plants down for the terrorists, so it means they will be up to the Tech9's Desert Eagles here. 4 Desert Eagles actually, and they have got a couple of smokes to play as well. Normally means you go to the A side of the map, smoking towards highway and quad. They've got flashbangs to work as well. Celik did have that mid spawn, trying to get there before the smoke goes down. That can be quite a viable opportunity. On that first pick, but it's Tarik going aggressive there, taking down Twists, and that's going to funnel the rest of his teammates in towards that A side. They have actually made some decent ground here. autimatic looking for that kill. highway area. What's going to happen now?
Pita's going to get up with the MP9 and try and see over top. Does spot FNS. He came over and did some early damage onto him as well as autimatic. Going to try and wrap around and use the Steagle. Does get into the second peak. These will go down, and now it's SEMPHIS to follow up. He hits Cutler. They've got this down to just a one-man deficit as both SEMPHIS and Auto do decent work to allow the bomb plant, something they did not achieve in just the pistol round, and SEMPHIS gets over top. Pita's got no idea. Down he falls. It's down to 2. But unfortunately, there's no retreat plan for him. He gets caught in the open. autimatic gets another one shot. It's JDM down. No gun picked up, but he just has to play this out. Tarik has a kit, so he has to play this the long way, and unfortunately misreads as Tarik baits him by running and then walking back which direction he was going. It's going to go 2-0 CLG, but that was a close round.
Absolutely. It comes out to 1 versus 1, and they get the bomb planted as well. Unfortunately, TSM doesn't work out right to the finish line there, but still, decent work down and have plenty of money going to third, I was about to say. They're going to be forcing up this time. So this is a pretty interesting situation. CLG, you can see them kind of adjusting their buy right now. Tarik still has $4,800, so he can drop a weapon for sure. And it's actually going to be not a bad buy for the CTs. They've got 2 MP9s, 3 M4s. They have got utility to work with as well, but this is a big call from TSM. They've gone for 2 rifles and pistols. Now they'll be favouring towards the A-side from now. That's where the bomb is. So instead of taking the conservative route and having that really strong buy going into a third and recovering from the force buy, they're actually going in now. Obviously, went down to the 1v1 means I know the CTs will be struggling, but it's not maybe as exciting as their first fought. No aggression yet from the CTs, just holding back. TSM probably don't want to give away that they actually have the rifles at the start of the round, so just going to be holding up with their pistols and seeing if any aggression does come in. If there's any opportunities to capitalise here nice and early, but default from both teams so far.
Indeed. There's FNS just waiting. Try and find his way through. 3 players group with Sick boosted. Sick has been pretty awesome as of late as well. I mean, the thing with Twist not going to E-League, that's a huge deficit for them because it's an age restriction, which is an odd one. And as you say, what does it mean? Do they keep him on the roster? Do they commit to someone else fully?
It's the biggest league they're in right now, right? So it's the big thing. They need to work out whether that's the important for them going forward. But here we go then. If exchanges come in, it's Pita that takes the first kill. And double MP9 for Cutler as well. It's going to come down to just Sick here. This force buy really hasn't worked out for them. And he'll do that last player to drop as well. Cutler stepping up massively there. Picks up an AK as well. So that force buy from TSM really doesn't work out too well for them. Now to be on towards the pistols and just 3-0 with the coach playing for CLG. You can continue, Matt.
Well, that's the hard part. We do have a pause. I can't imagine this is tactical by any stretch of imagination this early on in the game, so we'll have to wait and see exactly what the call is. Apparently, it's a sound issue.
We have a lot of those these days. Maybe TeamSpeak, maybe headphones, who knows?
Maybe ears.
CLG, obviously, they all live together in the same house. So
it's true.
They'll just sort any technical issues out very quickly. TSM, I actually don't know. I'd assume they don't. They've got like a mix of Canadians and Americans there, haven't they?
It's true. It's true, they do. In fact, as of recently, remember, they always put this American flag behind them. As of right now, they've done the same.
Yep.
But the Valve Minor, you don't get to choose your flag. It chooses you. And they are a Canadian team, so they played the Valve Minor as a Canadian team.
Oh, really?
Optic's also Canadian.
Nice.
So I'm glad Valve at least makes these guys remember where they're from, because they don't remember. But it's okay. I cannot forgive them.
You cannot forgive them even though Valve can?
Valve doesn't. Valve just forced them to
Just forced. Fair enough.
Valve manned up.
We'll have a look at the buy coming in on round number 4. TSM, just with PT50s and D-balls here. And CLG will be aware of this. They know they saw the couple of AKs there. They'll know it'll be pretty much full eco here. Sick has got some body armor. That's the eco belt.
Didn't actually be the belt there. But Henry, do you know what can happen? You know what can happen?
Go on.
You can, during this little technical timeout, head to your iOS eStore or your Google Play, download the Score Esports app, because this way you can keep up. As we said, there was all kinds of games off stream today. In the North American division to catch up for the bracket and where we are in playoffs, you can get all those updates, all the news, all the highlights. I just told you. Were you not listening to me?
Yeah, but can you
the Score Esports application on your smartphone.
Just want to make sure I had it all in my head.
Okay, well, you do. You do it on your phone?
Yes, of course. I have it on my tablet, my phone, my
tablet. Good point.
My watch.
Do you?
Yeah. So I've got it on all the devices.
Oh, Pita getting a pretty sick kill. Our kill feed's not showing up for some reason, but down to middle. And Interestingly enough,
Right.
that's the
There
round
it is.
over. I don't know why it lagged out. It must have been an EBOT issue with the timeout. But it is 4-0 now for CLG. Guns are going to come immediately back up for TSM. Strictly because, remember, they did go for that early buy. They had to save round 3. Now they've got the AWP on his SEMPHIS, though, but it is a glass cannon.
Yep, he's been one of the AWPers actually stepping up recently for TSM, being influential in their rise to more prominent stature in NACS, I would say. Let's see what they can do with this first gun round. T-side glass cannon can be an issue, especially when CT's maybe being aggressive there as well. You see Pita's close towards A main. Flashbang comes in, not going to be facing just yet. His early flashbang just to bait out the twos and see whether they're going to make any footsteps with the first and full spray on the blind. It's actually through the door. It's Cutler. He's got the AK as well. Taking an automatic. That's a big kill to pick up as well. And that's actually going to bring a 5-4. I mean, that's the hard work done as well. For some reason, he wants to find something out of this. That's a very interesting decision.
And a no-scope with no gun model. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did.
It was a magical, he just pointed his finger and went click, and it worked. So SEMPHIS has magic powers. That's going to allow it now to go back to a 4-4 situation. Cutler's going to try and compensate for this by getting up underneath the forklift area, the region. Smoke out in front of him as he falls back. He's not found anyone inside of the site. And they're stumbling over each other slightly, both he and the AWP that was beside him, but taken down as JDM gets found by FNS. As Cutler did find that kill in return. What it does do for Twist is allow this bomb to go down, and he as well is not wielding a weapon. They're all just using magical fingers, as Twist has a galil for fingers and will kill Cutler.
He does. Well, it's going to be the man advantage for TSM here. And after CLG got that first pick as well, bomb ticking away. Tarik is... Oh, that's it. What's going on here? I think the server's lagging in general.
I think it is, because I hear water noises, which usually happens when you lag.
Yeah, it looked like they couldn't even move then. So I assume we're going to have to pause after this round.
Wow.
This is very confusing.
hazed, yeah, it is extremely hard to keep up with on our end. But hazed does get the shot onto Twist. Unfortunately, has to save, and will do exactly that. So no guns in the terrorist hands, yet they still be able to point with their fingers and pull this back to 4-1 finally, as TSM will get on the board. Hayes does save the M4 though, and they've got decent money built up from the first 5 rounds.
Well, looks like we'll be continuing here. Maybe it's a GoTV thing.
It could be a GoTV thing, or it could be a Observer PC thing, one of the two.
Regardless, Pita's decision there for me was quite an interesting one. The fact that they didn't really have any intel on the terrace whatsoever, and pushing the squeaky door is fine, but if you're going to do that, normally you either do that nice pop flash you can do yourself, and right click it as you're opening the door, or you get a teammate to throw it in before you run the door. He just ran in blind, and they had no one to back him up, so as soon as they hit that frag in their advantage, he runs in, gives it away, and that opens the floodgates for TSM and actually gives them an opportunity. Still not a bad situation for the CTs here. They win this round as a full reset for TSM, but it's JDM now, in my opinion, the best AWPer in NA right now.
Yes, I would agree.
Let's see whether he can find the first pick. You can see the CTs are lacking a little bit in utility. That's why they are pushing a little bit more aggressive this time. JDM just covering Pita as he pushes in, but needs to be very careful. Gave away his kill last time. It looks like the terrorists are in such a passive default here. They are going to be trying to take them down, and there it is. Once again, it's Pita that drops. It's going to be a 5-4, but SEMPHIS has taken a lot of damage here, and he's the AWPer.
JDM again with that AWP, going to push back through this smoke and toward A main and hold the angle. Watch behind him though, as Twist has got Squeaky. He's just going to sit outside of it. JDM with the AWP in hand. Remember, you're going to have to look to the weapon descriptions in a number of these cases, as Twist holding his knife right now. Doppler, doesn't matter though. FNS going to be found by JDM, and Cutler gets the important kill on automatic, because I take that back, it was automatic that was at Squeaky. So he had fallen back into an open position on transition, could have been caught by that open door. So Cutler knew to play, knew that he had to hold that position. It was the only vulnerable spot. But they pulled this back with second SEMPHIS. Good shot from hazed. He'll drop Twist on the way through. That drops bomb, and hazed, he's picked up a second with the Molotov at the top of highway. 10 HP for SEMPHIS to try and work with this. AWP pre-aimed onto the truck. He's got the bomb on the way by. This is going to be all too hard to do, and that you pointed at something very interesting is exactly, the incendiary, because you can try and deny that default plant. 4 HP now. SEMPHIS manages to pull back slightly. It's an AWP, but he can't land the shot.
Yeah, as soon as they saw that incendiary, I thought that was round over. Obviously, they've been throwing that towards the default plant, but only gets 1 tick, and it only takes like, what, 6 damage to him somehow. Must have been on the very edge of the Molotov there, but there it is. CLG do win the 2 versus 1 situation. It was SEMPHIS left in an impossible situation. The fact that he had to win a 2 versus 1 with 4 HP and throw and fall back, he's had no time to actually reposition himself. And that's going to be a pretty hard reset for TSM. They do get the bomb down, which is not as devastating as it potentially could have been. You see Sick, oh, they are going to be forcing this. Sick does have $5,700 as the next point I was about to make, so he could drop a weapon and buy one himself. So 3 pistols, 2 AKs, very similar scenes to what we saw in the 3rd round. This time they're up against the double AWP setup of CLG. It's 5-1 here. A big round for TSM. Maybe a full eco. And it's Tarik that gets the first kill. I assume he was pushing towards the B side of the map, but we'll see how this goes down. If TSM can recover from this one, going to be smoking through middle. SEMPHIS presumably trying to get some... Oh, a little retry.
Yes, this should fix up a lot of the issues. I do get the feeling, obviously, if there's that many issues going on and not a pause call, that it has to be on our side and not the player's side, because I wouldn't play through a number of that either way. Tarik is now going to be inside of middle. Misses that first shot. That's going to force him to fall back slightly. As he does so, his 2 teammates inside of A main will try and set up a crossfire position that will allow him to rotate all the way back down. It's Twist inside of middle with FNS and SEMPHIS looking to boost on top of White. Peek up the highway position, but watch that smoke bottom mid because Pita, he'll fire down. The nade will do damage. Oh, misthrown. I think it just caught the ladder wrong. That's unfortunate because that could have done damage, enough damage to kill off Twist. Regardless, Cutler's going to find the kill. And it is just 3 remaining. Tarik can't afford to go aggressive and catch them off inside a highway right now because he's only got that 3 HP. So he just has to sit and make sure they don't push through. And they'll have to fight from within the A site. That does give them a little bit more access. If Tarik had full HP, he could push right behind them. They could pincer them in, but they can't afford to do that.
Yeah, we're looking out towards highway this time. It's burning there as they're trying to climb the ladder as well. It's Pita and Cutler to find 2 kills. FNS just a Tech 9 now. No grenades available and time against him. Does manage to pick up the AK-47, but so much work to do here. That's going to be the round over. JDM finds that final kill. It's going to be 6-1 and a full eco here for TSM, surely. You see around 2K average across the board for the team. So forced by, once again, like I said, it's very similar to what we saw in the 3rd. And very similar results. And finding 1 kill and plant this time. So just PT-50s and Glocks. And no grenade. Sick has got some body armor. Not sure what he's hoping to achieve with that, but we'll see. Looks like maybe there's a B rush coming in here. They have got 1 player towards mid warehouse. Rest of them just going all in. Harris will be waiting for the note. He hit the first shot. He'll get the information as well. There it is. Oh, okay. Sick is fine now.
Does indeed. Hayes is going to try and play this position. Watch that rotation though. He's got a player. Good thing he spotted it. Very well done, in fact. Twist getting in toward that headshot position as he wasn't aware that he was the first one charging forward, so he does get around the box in time to save himself. Where he peeks out 2 players in front of him, and he gets saved by Cutler in some respects because Sick was staring him down on that wide peek. 7-1 now for CLG, even with Pita playing.
Even with Pita playing. Like I said, he's not like
he's no
scrub.
No,
he's like he was a top 1.6 player for many of the great teams, and he did play CS:GO as well. He was just never really got going into 5th year in that game, but still, in coaching terms, it's probably one of the strongest pickups you could get if you have to replace your player. But here we go then, fast play this time from Sick. Hayes is the first player to drop here, so they're pushing straight for that smoke, trying to gain control of middle, which they have done as well. The remaining CTs have decided to fall back, move JDM towards that quad position and see if he can just hold it off by himself. This now is going to be by himself towards B, but it doesn't matter. JDM, as I mentioned, stepping up with that AWP, takes on SEMPHIS, and then up to TSM to make the next move. Sick has been taken down. Sick has been taken down to 6 HP.
We got there.
Yep. I knew it was going to be a tricky one, but here we go then. It's going to be 4 players towards the B side of the map. Pita looking to come in the flank. He's always by himself in these situations, and he never died. But this time, he gets 1 and Sick takes him down. That's the low HP player.
Tarik holds the closer angle, so there is a chance to wrap through Checker and perhaps sneak in a B, but they're going to take the bomb back over toward middle instead. 3-man defense spread out 1-1-1. AWP and JDM is going to be the one that's inside of that midpoint. That Z connector, he could try and pop out and surprise. They're going to let Twist be the one to probe inside of the A site by boosting him up. Bomb itself going all the way out to Squeaky. So if they can find a kill here on a Cutler, there's a chance that after the site is opened up, the unfortunate part is JDM's rotated off the truck. That smoke is going to be important. If they can find this kill on the Cutler, as soon as he goes down, they bust out the door, go for the default plant. The 2 players in highway can push at the truck and hold off the rotation, but they haven't found Cutler, and they're making a lot of noise. That gives it up. He gets caught by FNS, but now the AWP is in play. Now, the good thing about this is the bomb did come out on that Cutler kill, but good push from JDM. That's so smart, but in the open, the AK does massive damage onto him. However, potential for the flank. Nope, 6 seconds. They're just going to stay back and save. Very smart. No chance that it's going to be a plant, and FNS has to do the same. He has to fade away and stay alive.
That was quite a strange plant, considering his teammate was towards highway at that stage. Like, even if he got the plant down there, it's not like the guy from highway could have actually done anything about it. I think the default plan is get it down. Would have been more beneficial considering the time remaining, but still, it's CLG going up 8-1 here, and another force buy from TSM. They don't seem to want to allow their economy to actually get to a stage where they can actually do full executes here. It's going to be 3 rifles, one of which is a Galil, 2 CZs, and they have got 3 smokes. Some strange scenes going on here. 2 people just staring into walls. Is this like timed out again? Is this what's happening? Has GoTV crashed on us? Oh, okay. This guy seems fine. I'm confused.
Yes.
Well,
like spinning and I've just been informed that, yes, someone did lag out, and this round is going to call to a stop. There it is. I can hear it coming in right now.
Okay.
And they are going to be resetting the round. So, issues continue to exist. This likely all has to do with the Steam update that was going on, I imagine.
That's right. We were delayed because Steam, on Tuesday, historically, that's when they do all their like updates to the back-end system. And there's no real reason to do that. But that's what they're doing. Sometimes can have some weird effects on the games, and to that. It is going to be at 1 at the moment. There did seem to be a false buy from TSM. I said 3 rifles and 2 pistols, but they haven't really worked out for them. They've tried it twice before. We'll see if they have any more luck here. It seems like that fast-paced war has been the most successful so far in terms of getting control of the map. 1 flashbang through and 1 cheeky smoke. Warehouse actually enabled them to get that first kill. SEMPHIS to pick it up.
And this is autimatic still in spawn because his internet has not allowed him to stay in the game. Therefore, again, this round is void.
Okay then, well, hopefully we can get back in this game quickly.
Do you know there's a new movie coming out this Friday?
Oh, is there?
Yeah, on May 27th. It's called The X-Men Apocalypse, and tonight's ECS North American Playoffs is brought to you by that lovely movie itself. I can't wait to see it because it's been a while since a good X-Men movie came out, in my opinion.
Okay. The last one I saw was the origin of Wolverine. That's
Gambit's in this one too, I believe.
That would be cool.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
I think he is. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had time to actually fully.
He hasn't been in any of the films.
He was in one of them as a very small side part.
So I know him from the cartoon, right?
He was my favorite. Yeah. He used to play X-Men as a kid, run around the backyard and act like we were all tough. My brother was always Cyclops.
Okay. Yeah.
And his friend was always Wolverine. I used to want to be Wolverine, but I never could. So then I picked Gambit, and he became my favorite.
Do you have a deck of cards?
Yeah, a deck of cards. And if I took off my gloves, anything I touched exploded.
Yeah, we used to do similar stuff like that as a school, though. But
so yeah, X-Men Apocalypse.
If you could choose one X-Men power to have yourself, what would it be?
Whew, there's some good ones and some really. I think that Magneto would be the one to have, wouldn't it?
Attract loads of metal to
He can control all metal.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's a pretty big one when you think of how much metal there is in the world.
Yeah, like
Storm would be pretty sick too, though.
So I
is there anyone that has?
Professor Xavier has like mind control, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So imagine
you could totally do that.
Imagine that, Matt. Instead of having to be on Tinder all the time, you could actually.
All right, that's the first thing you think about. All right.
You could just.
All right.
You could just like make the
easy there, Kilgrave. Well, we're back underway. And it is going to be 8-1 our scoreline. Remember, there was a stop call to the last round. It's a replay.
Oh, they've got
the same buy.
It's not. They've got a different rifle this time. Maybe that's a player timed out who has a rifle. Anyway, then it's going to be an 8-sided attack. Cutler ready for the moment here. Yes, coming in. He drops the incendiary. And it's okay. Let's get the first kill.
Pick up from Cutler. Continues to rotate deep around behind the site. They won't be able to deny this bomb plant. The use of Molotov. They do have one, but they're going to let it go down anyway. It's 100 HP. It will inevitably happen. Oh! Tagged up on autimatic. It clips the edge of the box, but it is going to be JDM that gets the refrag. Rather the second shot and frag onto him as Tarik is going to take down Sick. Hazed closes it out. He's way out in the middle waiting for rotations. Not much you can do about this bomb at default. So 4 players stay alive. Pita, by the way, is 6 and 7. Not too bad. He's keeping up with the likes of JDM and Tarik in some respects, but Cutler's on a match of his own right now at 15 kills.
Yeah, the good news there for TSM is there are now maximum loss stage bonus, and they needed to get the bomb down round to even get a buy into this one. So getting the bomb down means an extra $800. So it means they had about $4,200 overall average on the team. And then they get AKs and smokes and flashbangs. They don't have an AWP or Molotovs to work with. Molotovs are so important on cash, especially if executing inside. So this is a bit of a Hail Mary there on that. Going to be trying to boost themselves up towards middle. They didn't get Molotovs out, but going to extinguish it straight away with the smoke grenade. It's going for a straight up rush here. It's a decent flashbang twist. Hits the first kill, hits on JDM. It's a coach trying to salvage them here. Surely you're going to get one. There it is. It's a good for 1 kill each round.
And sometimes that's enough. I mean, if you're a stand-in, that's doing I guess, what would be expected of you. You're not brought in to be the hero. You're brought in to make sure you hold down your position and relay information so your team can step up and go large. But those two teammates, both Tarik, I believe it was JDM the first to go down, that rather hazed. It's going to be a problem for them. Low HP though, FNS and Twist very vulnerable right now. Sick does have the AWP and he's full health, but Cutler has a chance to try and come in and surprise them. Drops down, does spot up 6. That's the high HP player. Now he can hold this off. Bomb's planted in the most brilliant position though. In behind that wooden plank, in the open, no matter which angle. He's trying to punch it from that Molotov. Oh, he stands inside of it. He's able to find Twist. Baits it out again. FNS is going to be forced to peek this. He's going to hold it the second time. And FNS isn't going to peek. He's going to get the defuse. 5 seconds and it's done. He clutches it out.
It's so hard in this situation, especially if you don't know whether they go for the fake diffusers. You have to take a bit of a gamble there. How do you face? Probably would have died. But, oh man, 3 versus 1. Cutler. Yeah, that's a massive fake for him. As soon as you saw him get that high HP player towards spawn, you thought, okay, he's got a real chance there. Got a really nice incendiary and puts FNS in a very high-pressured situation there. Decided not to go for the face, but pros never fake. That's the motto, isn't it? That's what they say.
Sometimes.
Sometimes they say that.
Well, I've had a few pros that faked on me, Henry.
1 now, TSM. Around that looks almost guaranteed to be going in their favour. Slips away at the last second. So they're going to be executing towards A pretty quickly once again. But it's Cutler continuing his form from the last time. It's the first time with automatic, but fighting FNS gives him a chance now. Opens up the bomb side as well. They're still fighting. Not really smoke there to take him out of this situation. He gets the kill on the first and everything. Finally that smoke comes in. It's an incendiary. Shouldn't deny the plant, but they will do some decent damage there. Sick. Just avoiding it by the looks of things. Doesn't have to use the smoke just yet.
Doesn't have to use the smoke just yet. Pivotal because he could throw it out to block off red and then misses the throw. That's a big problem now because there's only 2 of them left inside of the site. They can start to push onto this. They're waiting for the single soak to dissolve. Tarik, I don't think spotted Sick getting into this position at forklift though. Did pick up on a low HP player, but it's immediately responded. Hayes will close out on SEMPHIS. That smoke may have done a little bit to delay them a bit further, but
it would have helped.
It might have helped a bit, but there's still a lot of time.
Absolutely. I think it would have been the same result at this point. Cutler, from his POV, that looked way too easy. They actually had grenades available that round. They went for another fast A execute. They got the first kill, but Cutler, he should be dead to rights there. He shouldn't be able to get 3 kills from highway. He should be flashed. Like, after he gets the first one, so okay, you either go for the refrag or you're just going to take him out of the equation. They did neither, and he picked up 3 kills. Pretty easy ones, I have to say. And he goes into round number 13. It's getting pretty brutal now. 11-1 on the CT side of the pass. Another force buy to TSM after getting the bomb down. Bomb with the force buys. That's exactly what they are. You have limited utility. You don't have the AWP. And we'll see what they can do here. It's going to be JDM towards the back of the A site. Two spots now for TSM. Try and find the first pick. Automatic using the smoke towards the B entrance. And Cutler is towards that vents position as well. So be very careful here. The flashbang does actually fully blind him, but
say it again, sorry.
He manages to get his way out. Using himself perfectly. Really nice kill towards Cutler. From what it looked like a dire situation, he actually prevails and
Pita inside the middle. It's going to try and push up in behind this smoke as well and hold the corner. FNS, meanwhile, wants to evaluate Pita. Six is going to spot Pita as he sat in that corner the whole time. Smoke was gone. Pita gets caught out in the open. Now FNS can start to work on this B site because with the access to middle, they can push in through the vent. Two players rotating over. Both hazed. Tarik, AWP, one of two AWPs. Hayes going to probe inside of the site first, but can't find the kill with the M4 with the smoke out late towards CT. This is a hard retake, but Tarik would have shot through the smoke. Just a slight gap to see through, and he makes it work. It's buying space for JDM to come through the vent. 11-1 the score. It's not like they're mandated to pick up this round, but they're going to go for it because they've got the money. And JDM dropping down. Oh, too easy. Twist doesn't see him coming. It's down to the 2 versus 2. JDM is going to try and put a flash in for his teammate, but he gets Molotov off. It's a brilliant shot against 6. They've now got FNS stuck on top of the site, swaps to the AK, and they pull it off. 4 versus 2, and they pull it off with both players still standing.
That's insane. It's JDM coming in from the bench there. What a lights out performance there. 3 kills, Tarik finds 1 as well, and that's his insult to injury at this point. TSM are getting into these situations they should be winning. 4-on-2s, 3-on-1s, and they're slipping away every single time. I can't even say it's unlucky at this point after a lot of these situations. It's almost guaranteed. The bomb's down towards B. Crossfire should be coming in. The utility have remaining, but that's been a problem throughout these rounds. And once again, they get the plant, so they can get 5 AK down. It's smokes and flashbangs. Looks like a straight up rush beat. They're going to flush it first with Tarik on stage base. Drop an incendiary. They get the first kill. Tarik responds and drops a bomb as well, and a nice shot in the second.
Now, from bad to worse as Tarik collects his third in the round. Pita will deny the ace by picking up one onto autimatic. Tarik will get the fourth one though. Headshot wall bang on FNS just for the style points. We're in the last round of the first half. It's 13-1. So Optic and Liquid comes up after this, Henry.
Yeah, this one might be pretty quick.
Well, we still have a second map. I shouldn't get too far ahead.
You shouldn't. And Hayes has an auto sniper as well, so he's probably going to throw this last round. That's what we normally see happen. As soon as that comes out, all bets are off. Spamming shots up towards that mid warehouse. And it's going to be another fast. Sick here, so 5-4 once again in favour of CLG. autimatic has got some control of middle, but problem is probably not going to get a pick out of this one. Pita's just holding towards highway, not giving too much away. Tarik on the other hand, he's looking to get aggressive here. Spots twist and obviously not kill him. I guess he might still have just had a little bit of grey screen just on the very edge. Yeah,
it looked like he was fully out of it, but obviously from his perspective, he was still inside of that smoke. FNS going to trade out on JDM though. This still gives TSM a bit of a chance. They're still down by one. Rotation's coming over, but it's a flank rotation that's coming from Tarik with the AWP. So even if, all right, well that works. I was going to say even if they get into sight, he's going to be hot on their heels if they get both kills. Hayes with the auto sniper, 14-1 for CLG.
Yeah, so they won a single round. That was with the bomb planted in the fifth. And then there it is, 10 clean rounds after that. So many clutches, so many 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, 4-on-1s. Oh, 4-on-2, sorry, it wasn't a 4-on-1. But still, like it was, they actually were doing the correct procedures to actually get towards the bomb sites and executing properly, getting the exchanges and the trades they needed to actually win the rounds. Just immense play from CLG to actually win those clutches time and time again. Cutler and JDM stepping up massively there. Tarik with some big moments as well. We'll see how it happens this pistol. You feel like this one is pretty much over already, but who knows? If TSM can win the pistol, maybe that will spark some enthusiasm for them and they can get back into this one. Twist for some reason, facing an angle with knives and flashbangs out. And that's going to be a headshot for him. And he's going to be swarmed. Not going to get one, but it's not going to happen. It's SEMPHIS towards middle, who's getting the flank play from Pita towards the vents, but
I dare say this might be a huge problem. SEMPHIS does get back inside of the vents. He's going to try and do what he can, but with the vent blown out, his position given away, he's going to have to go for the full rotation through B. Does he give vents to autimatic, or does autimatic join him? That's the question. Look at Tarik's position as well. The second he we did spot him. Nice shot. Well played, actually, to find that angle, find that kill. As Tarik was just extended slightly too far. They've got Hayes low as well. JDM stuck in the corner. Double face coming in. This isn't done just yet. TSM, they've managed to stay efficient, but good shot from Cutler. He's going to give them a chance. Watch that flank coming in, though, from highway. 6 left on the floor, both on either side. He doesn't know which way to look. It doesn't matter. It's map point for CLG.
Cutler with 4 kills. Big plays from him on the B side there. It looked like SEMPHIS was coming in like a bull in a china shop. And he was hitting every single shot as well. And I thought they were actually going to pull that pistol round back, but at this point, no, this is the GG. It's 15-1, and CLG with the cash advantage as well. We're going to round number 17. TSM have got 4 pistols, a UMP on SEMPHIS. Obviously, he got a bit more cash after getting those 2 or 3 kills. And this is looking like it will be a 16-1. Although every time I say that, it seems like the team always comes back. So let's see what happens here. Cutler does get the first kill until Twist. He was going aggressive towards speed storage. Obviously, needed something work in their favour. He just pushed. He probably knows his game's over. But let's see whether CLG capitalise here. They want to just finish this as quickly as possible, I'd imagine. Don't have to give anything away. See the bombs down towards T-spawn still, so not going to be forcing their way into the side just yet, but autimatic. Now flashbang works. He takes down Tarik.
There's going to be JDM, though, dropping as they do push in and manage 1 kill, but CLG pulls 2 back immediately. However, those 2 are answered as well, and now it's down to a 1-on-1. The unfortunate aspect of that for Sick is that he's on the wrong side of the map. So Pita, the coach, the manager, is going to have to clutch this out. Smoke towards CT, bomb planted in the best possible position because it beeps, and you don't actually see it on entry to the site there.
So he's trying to be a little bit clever here as well. Obviously, he's planted it in such an open position and smoked towards CD spawn. He's hoping the TSM think he's gone towards upper. That's what he's kind of banking on right now. It'd be a weird place to go towards the back of that site. So you can see right now, Sick will be checking towards city spawn. He holds up, did he just face Pita?
He did.
Why?
Not sure, but Sick tries to get a little too fancy, jumps above, and it's going to go to 16-1. It's a battering, it's a bruising, and it is CLG's victory.
A reckoning.
Battering, bruising, reckoning.
Is that your new one?
Yeah, that's my new one. I had to replace the other one. It was getting too popular. People were stealing it and trying to make it their own. And
well, yeah. How many clutches do we see going in the favour of CLG? I think every single one. Just 3-on-1s, 4-on-2s. Like, it was pretty nuts, right? So, like I said, unlucky to TSM. Like, I don't think the scoreline really does them justice. They actually were getting themselves in situations they should be winning, but losing some of those clutches, pretty unforgivable. And
the 4 versus 2 one was ridiculous.
Yeah, and the fact they were like the money situation, they never really let it stabilize. They kept force buying, even after they forced in the second. They came back and forced in the third, and then they did it in the sixth. And they just kept having that kind of 2 rifles, 3 pistols set up. And I think that was a very quick map. It's one of the fastest I've cast in a while.
That's very, very fast, yeah. So considering we had technical delays in there as well, it still felt like it was over in 5 minutes.
So yeah, for me, that was the main problem for them. I think SEMPHIS only had the AWP maybe once, twice, and he's very influential to actually getting them picks, and they weren't really slowing things down. They're just all in every single time, it felt like. And they're playing against CLG, a weakened CLG with a manager or coach. And 16-1, that's not a very good way to kick off the series.
No, it's not. Let's take, just before we go to break and jump into Cobblestone, the second map of the series, let's take a look at the playoff bracket as it currently sits. Remember, the LAN finals do show up and do happen in June 25th and 26th, in Wembley Arena. There it is. So CLG TSM, that happening right now. Obviously, the winner that's going to move through to play either the winner of Optic or Team Liquid. We see that tonight. However, the teams that lose this evening are not done and gone. They move down to a lower bracket. And as such, there's sort of 3 nights of action this week. The first bracket, obviously, we're handling right now. That makes sense. That's the way it works. It all makes sense.
I can't see the brackets. I'm glad you can read at distances. But it all sounded great. I understood it all.
Thank you. I appreciate. I'm glad I did.
You've got a few more days in the UK, Matt, before we send you packing.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
No offense.
You seem to have enjoyed London, though.
It's been good, yeah. It's I've had a few days to get down there. I would have liked to have gone to the Globe Theatre at one point, and I think Taming of the Shrew was on. Would have been a good one to see. And I haven't done the Shard yet. Everything else I've done. Westminster Abbey I haven't done, but I'll do that eventually.
You'll be back, of course, for the finals happening at Wembley at the end of June. So that's what it's all building up for, obviously.
Absolutely. Head over to wembley.csgoleague.com and you can get your tickets for the lovely event. We will be there. Dan and James will be there as well. And we don't know which teams yet, but we're going to find out. We'll take a break. We'll get a little bit closer to finding out because when we come back, it's going to be map 2, Cobblestone.